Good morning, Flosstube. I am Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. I am hoping to be more active on Instagram, I guess would be. I'm planning to have a plan so that I post more on my Instagram, but I'd love for you to join me over there. Hopefully you'll see more of my progress, more of my stuff, and even some of my life stuff, because I do post over there occasionally about life. This is take 4 this morning because Buster has decided he would like to be an active participant in driving me crazy this morning. So, let's address the elephant in the room. This is a new room. If you have been with me for a while, this is not where I have ever recorded from. So this was my son's bedroom when he moved out and got his own place. Kind of transformed this into my office. It's also what we have now termed Buster's bedroom because all of his bow ties and fancy collars and clothes are in this closet over here. The closet also holds my some of my stitchy stuff so that I have some storage for it now. It's where I come to do lesson plans, grade papers for my youngest who is still homeschooled. Buster has his own bed. I'm going to move y'all so that y'all can... It was my son's bed. This is now Buster's bed. Ooh, I am so sorry. He likes to sit there and look out the window. So, if you hear him whining, he is currently, as you could see, looking out the window. He sees people out there walking. It is Sunday, October 2nd, and it's about 7:30 in the morning. There are people out walking because it's beautiful weather here in South Carolina, and he wants to join them. He thinks everybody is his friend, and he doesn't understand why he can't go join everybody walking up and down the street. So I apologize if you hear him whining. He has been a royal patoot this morning, wanting to go in and out of this room. So, like I said, this is take number 4. I'm going to get through this one. This will be the final take. I'm not stopping. I might pause, but I'm not stopping. So I apologize in advance if you hear him whining like he is right now. We're just going to power through. So where have I been for the last month? Because the last time I saw y'all was the beginning of September, and it is now the beginning of October. I've been busy. I've been very busy, and I will talk about that more when I get to the live section, but I've been busy. And I've not stitched a lot. Obviously, have not filmed. I've not watched a lot of Flosstube. I've tried to keep up. If you are somebody whose Flosstube I watch regularly, you know that I try to comment when I watch. I'm so far behind. If I haven't commented on your video, it's because I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm so far behind. I try to watch them in order. I go to my subscribed list and start where I last stopped and watch from there because I don't like to watch things out of order. I don't know. I don't. So I'm not current. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. I've been so busy. So lately my comments have been just 3 little emojis, a needle with thread because we're cross stitchers, a heart because I love you, and a dolphin because I live near the beach. About an hour and a half inland, but near the beach enough that the dolphin is my friend. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with him, besides the fact that he would like attention, and I'm giving it to you all, and not to him, as well as the people walking up and down the street. Because he keeps looking at me, then he'll look out the window, then he'll whine. He wants either them or me, and he's not getting either right now, so he'll live. So, what have I done? 0 finishes. 0 finishes. Because, I don't do that here. I did have some finishes in July and August, but none in September. Because I worked on a whopping 3 whips. A WIP is a work in progress for those of you who are new to Flosstube or to cross stitch. We have a lot of acronyms, which if I use one, I will try to remember to explain what it means, because I remember being new and not knowing what things meant. So I will try to remember. But I have three WIPs that I worked on this month. You'd think out of those I'd have finishes, but I worked on some rather large items. So, yeah, no finishes. So what did I work on? The first one is December from the Cricut collection. This is the last in the monthlies from the Cricut collection. I've done January through November. I thought by now I would have finished December, but I can't focus on it to finish it. I want it to be my 100 stitches a day project, but then when I sit down to do my 100 stitches, it's not calling to me, and I don't want to lose my overall desire to stitch by stitching on something that I'm struggling to desire to stitch on. So it's not getting 100 stitches a day like I would like. I think part of it is every single one of the letters have some amount of Kreinik in it, and while Kreinik is beautiful and it's not really difficult to work on with, it's difficult enough. So here is where it was the last time I saw you, and here is where it is now. I have got most of the D. There's some Kreinik, I think, in this gingerbread man, which is why he's stopped right here. I think. I can't remember. The cup of coffee, cocoa, is pretty much done. I need to finish the D itself. Then we have E, C, E, M. Then once I finish that D, I'll come over here and do B, E, R. This is on 32 count sterling from Picture This Plus. If I forget to tell y'all, it'll be in the description box below, I promise. That I won't forget. I might forget to say it, but I won't forget to put it in the description box. So that was WIP number 1, was December. WIP number 2 is Christmas 2, and I'm going to put a picture here. Of what it is going to look like if and when I ever finish this puppy. And I will put here where it was the last time I saw you. This one's gotten a good bit of love, and I've also changed how I'm doing this, so I'm doing a modified Royal Rose. So I've finished. I think the last time I saw you, I still had this section of the window right here and hadn't done any of this, or maybe I'd done some, but almost all of this page is now done. I have a good bit. I've finished those 2 candles. There's another candle starting over here. A good bit of this poinsettia, a lot of this curtain. This is going to be the snow globe. So it's starting to come into being. At some point I'll, maybe the next time I share with y'all, I'll take the Q snaps off. But I'm actively working on this right now, so I don't want to take the Q snaps off. So, but that's Christmas 2. That is my oldest WIP. I'm sorry. Flosstube itchy nose, apparently. That is my oldest WIP, and I would like to get it finished at some point in my lifetime. Since I now have several large, big, awesome projects. So I'd like to get some of them actually finished. So the next one is World of Disney. It is from ZAnna Cross Stitch, I think. Like I said, details will be below. Christmas 2 was a Heaven and Earth design. It was artwork by Ciro Marchetti. And it's on 25 count easy grid, and I'm doing it 10 stitch 2/1. World of Disney is from ZAnna Cross Stitch, and here is what it's going to look like in 90 years when I finish it, because I'm going to live to be 150 something, you know, why not? And here's where it was the last time I showed it to y'all, which was a while ago. And here's where it is now. I finished a page, y'all. I finished this page. And I started a new page. And I'm doing Royal Rose on this, and it's working out much better. I was doing cross country. This pattern I have on Pattern Keeper. Christmas 2, I am doing paper, so it's a little bit harder to do cross country and much easier to do Royal Rose. This one I was doing cross country, but when I got to like this section, which is extremely confetti, I didn't like carrying that far. See, a lot of this is the same color. It's like 2 colors, so I wasn't carrying far at all. But down here, there's like here and then way over here, and it drove me crazy. Same with in the plain. There's sections that are really confetti heavy, and so it got really thick. I mean, it's going to be thick anyways because it's confetti, but I just didn't like the extreme cross country after doing a lot of the carrying. So now I'm doing the Royal Rose, and it's going fairly quickly. This is just a tiny portion of what it's going to look like, because this is just this top little corner, and there's a lot more. So those are my 3 whips. That's it. That's all I got done. Woohoo! I'm planning to do more in October. We'll see. So that takes us into plans. So what are my plans? So Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff, who is the originator of WhipGo, pulled the WhipGo numbers for December. Not for December, for October. Wow, this year's gone by fast, but not that fast. For October, and she pulled 1 and 6, and for me, those are, I'm not sure. Hold on just a minute. My computer's right here. I can look it up. I know 1 is Pretty Little San Francisco. And I'm not sure what 6 is, so I'm going to have to look it up. 6 is Advent Animals. So Pretty Little San Francisco, my goal is a finish. And Advent Animals, my goal is to finish all of them. I think I have maybe 7 left to finish, if that many. So, and a lot of them are close, like maybe a day or 2 of stitching on them will finish that one up. So I might be able to get both of those finished this month. Pretty Little San Francisco is small enough that I can take it with me when I'm traveling, which I will be doing a lot of this week, so it will get some love and hopefully get closer to a finish. I did not do anything on my September WhipGo calls because those were 2 new starts, and I didn't start anything in September because I'm doing no new starts, and I'm doing the 22 and 22, and I have 2 spaces for new starts, so I could have started new starts. However, I have planned new starts for later this month and for November and December. So I kind of have to space them out. And I also need to finish something if I want to do a new start in December, because that would be 3. So I got to finish something. So hopefully Pretty Little San Francisco I can finish so I can slap another new start in there, in that space. So that's those are 2 of my plans, is to work on Advent Animals, hopefully get all those animals finished, and Pretty Little San Francisco, and get that to a finish. It's close, so I think it's doable. I just don't know how many days it'll take. My focus piece for my full coverage is Christmas 2. Like I said, I really want to get that closer to a finish. I don't think I'm going to get it close to a finish this year, but if I can get it maybe halfway done, then I can start, feeling a little bit better about making progress on it. Let's see, any other plans? I've not really thought about much else. I am doing a whip off with Laura from the Slovak farm and Angie, who is now Craft Cave Dwellings, and several other people in Laura's group, the Slovak farm. we picked 8 items we want to see finished between now and the end of the year. One of mine is Christmas too, which I know I'm not going to see finished, but it's one of the 8 projects I want to focus on. Advent Animals and Pretty Little San Francisco are also on that list, so work towards doing those for whip off and get those accomplished. That would be nice. What else? I don't think I have any other plans that are like set. I am trying to plan to post more on Instagram. If you are an Instagram person, comment below. How do you decide what to share on Instagram? My thing is I'm afraid if I share it on Instagram, then it doesn't mean as much. I don't know why I feel like this when I share it here, because I feel like people have already seen it. What are your thoughts? What do you do? How do you balance posting on Instagram, having a floss tube? How do you use your Instagram for cross stitch? That's my question. Comment below. Please share with me because I need help. I want to post more, but I struggle. I haven't even been on Instagram to look at anybody else's posts, so in the last couple of weeks. So we'll see. I gotta get my life organized better, y'all. It's been crazy. Okay, haul. I have very little, but I do have some. So I have 2 things. I have my fabric of the month from Grace Notes Fabrics, and this month is September's month fabric of the month, not this month, because this month is October. Is called Accent, and I get a fat quarter of 40 count, and that is not at all what color that is. Let me get something white to put up against this. So, that's a little closer. It's a really deep peachy orange. This is looking more yellow. It's not yellow, but it is a really pretty deep peachy orange, and I'm sorry I can't get it to look like that in the camera, but in person, oh my gracious, it's so pretty. But what you can see, and this is what I love about their fabrics, because it's subtle but beautiful with the modeling. I like having a little bit of depth in my fabric. I have a lot of things when I really got back into stitching again a couple of years ago. A lot of my fabrics are just a solid color, which is fine. Picture This Plus, Color and Cotton, they do a lot of just solid color, and it's gorgeous and it's deep and rich. But I like the depth of the modeling and having a little bit of color variation, but within one color. I'm not big on the pieces that have a lot of different blops of color in them, if that makes sense, because I don't know what to put on those. I'm not good at eyeballing and seeing, hey, that would look really good with this piece, or this piece would look really good on that fabric. I don't have that natural ability. So if it's got a lot of colors in the fabric, I'm afraid that my piece will get lost in it. But I like the tone-on-tone modeling like this. I really wish I could get you a good, it's a little closer, but not really. So, and then I have one other piece of haul, and it is September's Free pattern from Stony Creek. I lost my mind there. So it's this little snowman. Is he not just cute? And so I have August, and now I have September's, and I'll get October's with this tree. And then I'm going to get November's when it comes out, so I can do my little snowman thing. But is he not cute? And you know what? I pay for shipping. That's it. That's all I have to pay is for shipping. And I get this cute little pattern. Absolutely adorable. So it's worth it to me to just pay for shipping and get that cute little guy. So check out Stony Creek. Go to their website, and I'll link it below. Now, life. Why have I been gone? We have been busy. So in August, my son moved out, got his own place. So that was before my last Flosstube. He comes over at least once a week so he can do laundry. He does not have a washer and dryer yet, but that's fine. It gives him an excuse to come over, and I get to see him. So when he comes over, I don't do a lot of stitching or watching Flosstube or doing much of anything because I do like to spend time with him. So there's that. And then cross country and soccer started up big time in September. We had some soccer games and cross country meets in August, but September they were off and running, pun intended. We had a meet at the beginning of September where it rained a lot and it was nothing but mud. And I don't remember if that was before or after the last video that I made, but it was mud everywhere. She was covered in mud. The whole back of her was covered in mud. So it was interesting. My basket's over here making noise as things are falling within it. So we had that, and then we've had a few other meets. Had several soccer games. My daughter plays on a team. My youngest daughter plays on a team that is located in another city. It's about an hour and a half away, so she goes up there twice a week for practices on Tuesdays and Thursday evenings. So there's that. My husband coaches the team, so he takes her. So that doesn't affect my stitching. However, she's also had a few weeknight games when they've played other teams in that city. And so that... Sorry, had to pause that for a second because stuff was falling and making noises. So anyways, so she's had a couple of weeknight games in addition to her weekly practices. Well, my husband does the practices because he's the coach. So on the weeknight games, to let him not have to drive, I take her. It's an hour and a half there. It's an hour and a half home. And it's an hour and a half for the game. So that's a good chunk of my afternoon and evening. And that I can't stitch because I'm driving or watching her game. And obviously they play under the lights, but I can't stitch under stadium lights. I need like good light. I'm old. I need really good light, and I can't stitch under stadium lights. And I want to watch her. So that's been several of my weekdays. Work. I've been working. Now I only work until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do have my afternoons free, but then when I get home, I'm spending time with the kids, taking them places, cleaning, trying to get stuff done. I'm also the referee assigner for our local soccer complex. So a lot of my afternoons I'm spending emailing referees and trying to get games assigned so that they have referees at them. It's hard to get people to referee youth games because parents make it miserable. And so a lot of my referees are really young because they want to make some money, but then they quit because they don't like parents yelling at them. So if you have a child playing youth sports, please understand that the referees, the umpires, the officials, they're doing the best they can. They do not have it out for your kid or your kid's team. I promise you. They're just doing the best they can, and it's hard. It's hard to make a split-second decision and make everybody happy. It's not. It's not going to make everybody happy. As long as it's not dangerous, give them some grace. And I say that to myself too, because I am the first person who will come down on a referee when they make a bad call because I know the rules. But I'm having to remind myself that I just need to give them grace because they are trying. They don't have it in for my kid. They don't have it in for my kid's team. They want the kids to be safe. And sometimes they miss stuff. And sometimes they see stuff that nobody else sees that may or may not have actually happened. But that's okay. So what else have I had? My runner, my second youngest who runs cross country and track, she has had 3 official college visits with the track coaches for those colleges and has 2 more. When I say an official visit, it means it's overnight. It's going on a tour with the coach, going to meals with the coach. And for one of them, she was able to stay with some of the girls on the team overnight. For the other two so far, she stayed with me in the hotel, but we got to do a lot of things with the team. She had team members take her out to do activities while I either hung out at the hotel or sat and was able to have a conversation with the coach, depending on which school it was. Those have been very busy, jam-packed, and it's making it really hard to pick a school. We have 2 more visits this week for her. She said the other day it's going to be hard to tell some of these coaches no, because she really likes all these coaches. And I had to remind her that she can only go to one school, so she's got 5 visits. 4 of them are going to be told no. And that's really hard because I really like the coaches too. And I would be okay with her going to any of the schools that she's visited so far. And the 2 that she has coming up this week, I would also be okay with, unless something just massively bad shows up this week, which I don't think it will. So that's been fun and exciting and a little overwhelming all at the same time. So lots to do this week. Like I said, lots of travel. We've got, both of the colleges are 3+ hours away. So we have one Monday, Tuesday, and then another visit Friday, Saturday. So we'll go up, spend a day and a half, come back Tuesday night. We have to hurry back Tuesday afternoon because Tuesday night is her senior night for cross country, so we have to be back for that. And then Friday we'll go up and do another visit and come home Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, my youngest has a soccer tournament, so I will miss her Saturday games, or at least her first one. I don't know if I'll be back in time for her second one, but I'll be able to see her Sunday game. But yeah, busy. And then I think the rest of October may slow down a little bit, but not a lot. We'll have the city championship cross country, and then the region cross country championship at the end of October, both of those. So, and then we have soccer games almost every weekend for my youngest. So trying to balance all of that, and yeah, I'm hopefully going to get some stitching in, but we shall see. So y'all, I didn't pull a quote this morning, but kind of rambled enough. So y'all stay happy, stay healthy, keep stitching. Bye.